Hi guys. So today we're going to be working on volume of 3D figures. I want you to learn how to do this because this is gonna be an easy problem to solve in the test because you have your two formulas on the reference sheet, and then I know you also get your calculator. So these are gonna be very helpful for us. The only thing we need to identify is whether we're given a prism or a pyramid. And then we're gonna talk a little bit more um, about each of them. So I separated them based on the type of figure we're given. But we're gonna start easy with the rectangular prism. So this is a problem that was on the 2019 STAR. And then they give you a bunch of things, a bunch of text. But the only thing that matters here is that we're dealing with a rectangular prism. So then we know we're dealing with this one. We need this formula. So volume equals capital B times H. We need to find what is the volume. Okay, so this formula right here is a fancy way of saying that the volume is equal to the length times the width times the height. This capital B right here is the length times the width, and then the H are just the same. So if you look at it, we need to be multiplying one number, two numbers, three numbers. So that is key. To find volume, we need to multiply three numbers. Multiply three numbers. So that way you know if you're only multiplying two, you're missing something. Entonces, siempre piensen en volumen tres números. And this can remind you that. The cubic units can remind you that you're multiplying three numbers. And then a rectangular prism is gonna be really easy because I have my three numbers right here. The length and the width times the height. So then on your calculator, you're just gonna do 9 times 2 times 15. Enter. And that's 270. So that is answer letter B. Okay? Same thing for when you have a word problem. We have a fish tank has a length of 45 centimeters, a width of 25 centimeters, and a depth of 10 centimeters. Find the volume. So you're already given three numbers. We just multiply them. 45 times 25. Sorry, es que no veo. Por 10. So then your answer is volume equals 11,250 cubic centimeters. Okay? Okay. The next one. They give you the height, so H. They give you area of the base, so capital B. And you know that volume is equal to capital B times H. So what do you need to multiply? You do that one. This one, whenever you have a cube, it's gonna be the same thing. But this one, you have two cubes. The edge of one of the cubes is 3. But a cube means that the length, the width, times the height is gonna be the same number. So in this case, you're gonna do 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 times 3, 3 times 3 times 3, 27. Pero you need to find what is the combined volume of the two number cubes. Entonces, this one is 27, this one is 27. So we multiply 27 times 2, that's 54. So A. Okay. Now, triangular prism, it's gonna be very, 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 very similar with an extra step. Because again, this is still a prism, we're still multiplying capital B times H. And I want to highlight that capital B means area of the base times the height of the prism. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing, but let's look at, I'm pointing at this one. Triangular prism. Triangular prism means that the base of the prism is a triangle. And what happens when I have the formula for triangle? We do base times height, which is essentially the length times the width, but we divide it by 2. So that is the same thing it's gonna happen here. We're gonna do the length times the width times the height, but we're gonna divide everything by 2. So that formula is not over here, but this is what we're gonna do. This one right here. And what can help you remember? Let's look at it. So 21, a container in the shape of a triangular prism. So they're gonna tell you. You just have to remember, triangle gets divided by 2. So I'm gonna be using this formula, pero dividiendo entre 2. So I know I need 3 numbers, still 3 numbers. I need to find the volume. Ahora, on this picture, you're given 4 numbers. Entonces, there's one number that's just distracting you. There's a number that we don't need. So think about it. We know the base is the triangle. So the base is already where it has to be. And we need the measurements for the triangle, the length and the width. So then, this is gonna be the length of your triangle. We have the height of the triangle. So for capital B, we already have 7.2 times 10.8 divided by 2. And then we're also multiplying the height of the prism. If the base is already at the floor, which one do you think is gonna be the height? Think about it. Because this 9 right here is showing me, I know my base of the triangle is 10.8. I know the height of the triangle is 7.2. 9 is just this length of the triangle. I don't really need that. So I'm gonna get rid of these. Numbers are the 3 numbers I need to multiply are these 3. Let me rewrite it. So volume equals 7.2 times 10.8 times 1.5, and then everything divided by 2. So, all right, let me see if I remember. 7.2 times 10.8 times 1.5 divided by 2. 58.32. Do we have that option? Yes. Notice how letter B could be the easy one we get wrong, because maybe you are able to multiply the 3 numbers, but if you don't divide by 2, you could choose B, which would be wrong. ¿Qué era? 10.8. Guys, I don't like using the calculator. I'm just showing you. Ay no, ya la regué. Pero si solo multiplican, if you... no, ya, se volvió loca. If you only multiply the numbers, 10.8 times 1.5. Look, 116.64, that is our letter B. So that would be wrong if we forget to divide by 2. Okay, let me show you just one more example and then you're good. I want to show you. Mira, 16 is easy because you only have 3 numbers. So you're going to multiply the 3 and divide by 2. So 16, I'm going to have your teachers check that you're able to solve 16. Okay. Let's see, between 14 and the next one. I gave you several of these because I want you to practice the division by 2. Let's look at 14. 14 is from the 2016 star. You're also given 4 problems. We just need to find volume. A ver, déjenme hago chiquito esto. Ahí está. Ok, así me ven con la calculadora también. Entonces, we're still doing length times width times height divided by 2. Now, which one is the one I don't need? Think about it. I always need the base of the triangle. I need the height of the triangle. Y ahora, think about it this way. This prism that I have on the left, this one right here, it's standing like this. Uy, está así. Entonces, if I want to put the base where it's supposed to go, because the base is this one. If I put it on the floor as it should go, which one is gonna be your height? Think about it. Let me get a Sharpie here. So I have, this is 6, the height is 4, and then this number right here is 16. A ver, le voy a poner aquí, 16. So, tengo el 6 así, está acostado. Si yo me traigo la base al piso, if I put the base on the floor, what's gonna be the height of my bottle, of my prism? 16, not 5. So then the measurement I need is 16. I'm going to delete 5. And again, notice how that 5 is just this side of your triangle. We do not need that side. Okay? So then, you're gonna multiply your 3 numbers, and I'll let you find the answer. So I need to multiply 6 times 4 times 16, and I'm gonna divide everything by 2. Okay? And then, for the next one, I'm gonna have your teachers check that you're getting rid of the one we don't need. Este triángulo es diferente. This triangle is a little different. But again, we need the base and we need the height. If you have a right triangle, we need the base and we need the height. We don't need this side length. So I already gave you a hint. And then once you get rid of that, find the volume, porque no dice aquí. Okay? And then you do... Uy, creo que repetí esta. Pues do it again. And then this one. Entonces, for the last one, you're given the prism like this. If you put the base on the floor, that 10 and that 12, you put it on the floor, which one is gonna be the height? Ya no es 16, pero you have another number right there. So think about it. Which one is the distractor?